guys, what is up? Back at you once again. It is your boy Chin, that freaking Mark. And you know what? I just still holding it down. I just wanted to show it off to y'all and let you know that this is where it has been. Comfortably resting upon my shoulder. Let's fucking get it. Guess what we got kicking off tonight? That is right, dick move, going to Shane McMahon. I feel like he might have got a couple of these by now. You know what he's doing? He's having the announcer say his fucking name like 3 times, each time with more emphasis than the last. He's saying that Miz's dad has a baked potato face, which was hilarious but also mean, Shane. And this ended in exactly what we all knew it was gonna end in, but I'm kinda stoked for it, so not too shabby at all. And that being a match at WrestleMania between Shane and The Miz. And, you know, Miz's dad is probably gonna sit in the front row and throw baked potatoes at Shane or some shit. Okay, so next up we have ourselves some 8-man tag match. It's just like, let's take all the awesome faces and let's take all the awesome heels here. We got our NXT call-ups, right? Aleister Black and Ricochet teaming up with the Hardy Boyz. Awesome. Going up against Rusev, Shinsuke Nakamura, and The Bar. One thing that I really liked at a certain point in this match is that Ricochet tagged in Jeff Hardy, and it was really tight, because it was just like, oh my Lanta, that's the guy that used to flip all the fuck around back in the day. That is the guy that flips the fuck all around everywhere nowadays. And it was just great to see them come together in a match. And you know, one thing else that was great about this match was all of the kicks. There was literally just a section where everyone was fucking kicking everyone, and it was fantastic. The match just breaks down. Mike Chioda, you are the senior official. You should have better refereeing skills than that, because there was just a bunch of nonsense. The New Day comes out, the match gets thrown out, and I fucking loved this New Day. All night long, the New Day meant business, and business is what they brought with a bunch of grumpy New Day faces. Next up was probably my favorite Randy Orton promo I've seen in forever. He comes out and he's just comparing careers with AJ Styles, talking about how AJ Styles was working his ass off in the Indies, and then, you know, Orton was doing his thing over in WWE, and AJ Styles comes out and just, for one, mocks the pose of Randy Orton, which was hilarious, because I hate when he does that. AJ Styles was just ripping him a new asshole, and it all ended with some good old-fashioned Mania sign pointing, and guess what? We're going to have ourselves a WrestleMania match between Randy Orton and AJ Styles. By the way, that's the second Mania match that has been made tonight. Asuka versus Sonya Deville. Guess what happened in this match? Mandy gets hit. Mandy's not even in the match, and Mandy gets hit because she should know by now that if she's going to be around Sonya Deville, that Sonya Deville is going to fuck something up, and Mandy's going to take the hit for it. Sonya loses, got an Asuka lock, and there was like a tease of a turn between Mandy and Sonya at the end of this match. I'm surprised that WrestleMania match didn't get made, but it will probably happen, right? Maybe. This is the season for matches to get made. Next up, Becky Lynch is out in the ring kind of promo, and she's just kind of being hilarious, talking about how it's super hard to play mind games with someone who does not have a brain. And, you know, referring to Ronda Rousey, calling her just a fucking flat-out weirdo, going old school with the comebacks on that one. Charlotte comes out to make a bit of a rebuttal, and no, Becky just shuts her down. She's like, shut the fuck up, I own this bitch. My leather jacket is way cooler than your leather jacket, which means I am more heel than you, alright? I am the motherfucking man, and she literally mic dropped this bitch, and that's how the segment ended it. That's how the segment ended. And that is how this segment ended. And that is how the end of the segment is the end of this all at the end. We then have ourselves a match. Who would have thunk it? You know who it's gonna be? It's gonna be Rey Mysterio and R-Truth versus Samoa Joe and Andrade. You know what we got in this match? A classic spot between Carmella and Zelina Vega. Where's that WrestleMania match? Huh? We still have R-Truth thinking he is John Cena, which is spot on. Never let that go away. All of a sudden, Rey Mysterio gets Samoa Joe on a roll-up. Yeah, Samoa Joe really didn't take that too well because he slammed R-Truth and Andrade in his just like rage fit that he was throwing there. And yeah, who's ever seen Samoa Joe be really pissed off and maybe irrational about what he was pissed off before? This guy has. We have ourselves a match. Again, a lot of matches on this wrestling show. Awesome. Pretty fantastic, right? It's going to be KO and Mustafa Ali versus D-Brizzle and Rowan. And you know what? This is basically a good match that we had at a very good pace. All the way up until the point where Rowan just straight up face-palmed Mustafa Ali and was just like, bitch! Slammed his ass down on the ground. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, match was over pretty quick at that point. We have ourselves the main event for the night, and it's going to be a segment between Vince McMahon and Kofi Kingston. Where's that WrestleMania match? It's just Vince recapping the screwing of the fast lane of the Kofi Kingston that had all happened not too long ago there, and he's just kind of being a real ass about the whole situation. Serious New Day comes out and makes an appearance again. They're making a pretty good argument, and Vince McMahon's not even listening. He comes back, and at some point in his blubbering, he mentioned that he kind of thinks that he created heaven and earth in a sense. That makes so much sense if you think about it. The moral of the story is that Kofi isn't championship material, and if he wants to prove it, he's going to have to go through another really dope Gauntlet match next week on SmackDown. Probably just going to be the whole episode. It's going to suck for Kofi Kingston, but it's going to be awesome for everyone else. All the participants that he has to go up against, which is just all of the heels. It was Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, The Bar was in there, Rowan. Daniel Bryan came out with him too. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the match. Maybe I forgot someone. But yeah, he's just going to have to go through it. Relax. He's going to win. He's going to go to Mania. And then he's going to win. And everyone's going to pop because of his win. Chill out, people. Okay? Even though the heels came down all ferociously, you know who stood tall at the end of the night? The motherfucking New Day. Kofi Kingston was like, that could have been you, Daniel Bryan. Blah. Alrighty folks, that was another episode of SmackDown Live, and this is the point where we gotta whip out the usual shindig, right? We got our grading scale of the shat, the crap graps, the D's right in the middle of the things, when it's, not too shabby, and then some happening graps. Basically, we had WrestleMania matches getting made this here episode, and we had a lot of building for other matches that are probably going to be made down the line as well. It's not like this episode wasn't fantastic, but again, I don't want to make it sound like it's lesser. The point of my story here is that it's not too shabby, alright? There's been a lot of happening grabs recently. I don't want to make it sound like it's lesser, but I can't just think that everything's fantastic, right? I gotta try to be a critic. I don't fucking know, alright? I get lost in my own head a lot of the time, especially when I'm doing these things. And then I just talk about it on camera like some kind of fucking dipshit. Hell yeah, brother. I don't think I have anything else to say really besides it has been your boy Chin, that freaking Mark, here once again talking about some Smackdown live on a Tuesday night. Shit yeah, dude, I'm gonna edit this video and go buy some groceries at like 2 in the fucking morning. People at Walmart are gonna look at me at like, who is this nutcase buying fucking groceries at 2 in the fucking morning? Deuces.